Hello.
Hi there, Paul. Thanks for having us.
You're so welcome.
That's a very cool walking stick.
It's a wonderful walking stick. I'm so thankful for it. It's really,
Yeah.
really great.
It is. So yeah, I'm about to embark on my venture of doing this. So
Good.
I have about 4 years ago, I bought 40 acres in Kingston.
Uh-huh.
And so it's got wetlands. I'm in the midst of trying to find out the where, but they're pretty scattered around, which I think is probably really good.
Yeah, you got some good, and again, the wood chips change it all.
Yeah.
They won't be wet.
Yeah.
You look at the rainforest, it gets 14 feet of annual rainwater. There's no bogs out there. There's no standing water. The wood chips evaporate it all. It's amazing how it works.
Well, it used to be all forested, and then they logged it, stripped it out. But there is a section in the back, about a third of an acre, that they, that was about 3 acres that they had to leave because it was really wetlands down there. It has a great topography to it. But anyway, yeah, I've been trying to figure this whole thing out, and so the wood chips, that's what I need to find out.
Well, if you look in the forest, you never see a bog.
Right.
There's no standing water.
Right.
And everything's growing really well.
I know.
And dark green.
I
mean, it's so obvious. This is an amazing cover. It really works well.
Yeah.
It's not complicated.
Well, it's the alders have taken over like crazy, so we're starting to take those down and kind of clear that out.
Well, that's what happens after they log. You see, nature's so amazing. You see, the alders come and build the soil. They're nitrogen fixers. And they build the soil for the upcoming conifers. Then when the conifers get big, they all die off. But they built the soil.
Oh, interesting.
And you see, every year they drop their leaves because they're deciduous, but they're putting nitrogen back, and they build soil for conifers. And when they're short-lived. When the conifers get big and established, they're all dead. But they've built soil.
Wow.
And it's no one does that. They clear cut. It just happens naturally.
Yeah.
Nature just totally gets it. Knows how to maintain order.
Isn't that amazing?
It's totally amazing. Yeah. This, they tell you this is not intelligent design.
Yeah.
You got to be kidding me.
Seriously. Yeah. So everybody's out trying to reinvent a wheel that's already working perfectly.
Yeah, and for centuries, it's not a new idea yet.
Yeah. Well, I was even considering getting a wood chipper just because there's so much there, and my intent is to lease out garden space to organic gardeners.
Oh, cool.
And
Wonderful.
So I've been saying this for 2 years, and I've been too busy doing other things, and I said, this is it. I'm preparing this year, and come spring, by hook or by crook, I'm going to find people that want to do it.
Yeah, great. Well, I think shouldn't be hard because a lot of people don't have space, and I think more and more people are realizing, I got to grow good food, because
Seriously.
the stuff in the store is not safe.
So, I don't know, my neighbor across the street has a excavator, so we have that over there, and so he said, really need a top loader to make it efficient. He said a little side one will take you forever.
Well, he's talking about a tub grinder, but they're expensive.
I know.
They're a lot of money.
Yeah, I know there's people that come around and do that for you. Maybe I get them in piles.
A tree service, hire tree service has got a chipper. They just drive in with a chipper and chip for you.
Yeah. Well,
I don't have a chip. I'm an arborist.
yeah.
And I've been pruning trees for 50 years. I don't have a chipper. Because I discovered that it's really slow, they're expensive and a lot of money to maintain, and it's just not worth it.
Really?
I take all my brush to the landfill, they grind it all up and sell it back to the public, and I have tree services bring me wood chips. But again, it's very slow, one branch at a time, and then you're breathing exhaust, all that noise. It's just not a comfortable environment.
Well, that's why he said get the top loader, because he said he's done that side loader thing. And he said by the time
it takes so
he
long.
spent a day, and he looked at him and that's it.
I know it's and buying it like $100 a truckload is worth it when you consider the time it took to make that. So.
But how do you monitor they don't bring in stuff that's full of weeds and?
Usually branches. If tree services are doing trees and up in the air, they're
So that's enough branches.
That's all I have. This is everything in my whole yard's been nothing but branches.
So if we got it down, and then I know.
Well, look at the forest.
Right.
What maintains it? Needles, leaves, and twigs.
Yeah, well,
that's what branches are made out of.
That's a good point. Yeah.
I mean, again, if you just do the simple math, It's obvious. It's not complicated.
Well, I didn't know if too much bark would be a problem.
Well, too much bark would be, but when you chip branches, there's very, very little bark. The majority is needles and leaves.
Yeah.
You don't want to use bark, you don't want to use the main tree. You want to use the branches. That's the growing material.
And the alders I have are probably under 10 feet.
And the whole alder, man, because alder is the most amazing, because it breaks down so quickly. It doesn't last long, and it turns the soil like immediately. It's really, alders are the best. One of my favorite.
I started burning them, and I thought, why am I burning this stuff?
This is good usable material. Yeah, alders are really good.
Well, then instead of doing that, maybe I know there's a guy somewhere by Bainbridge that he has a portable one. He'll bring over a
tub grinder. Yeah.
Yeah, tub grinder.
So yeah, just get a huge pile. Make sure you got a huge one, because they go fast. They don't take long.
Yeah.
And so make it worth your while.
Yeah, maybe I'll do that.
And just pull all those, pull everything in a huge pile for him, and have him do it for you.
I already bought the excavator from him, so it was cheaper than renting it.
Yeah, you can move it. You can move a lot of stuff with the excavator.
Yeah.
That's great.
So get that done, and
yeah.
And I'm working on buying the 17 acres next door too. So I want to create a great little community area and get the kids out there and teach them how to grow food, and then I want to put a commercial kitchen there and teach them how to cook it.
Great.
That's my
and plant fruit trees, because fruit is so good, and see, trees will feed you for generations. They're just, they're really
amazing.
They're really a great.
You did the little bonsai thing.
Well, I don't want to use a ladder. Look at the top of my hand. That's where all my trees finish. I'm not using a ladder, and I can reach everything. It's so convenient.
So you just bent the branches?
No, the way the fruit does that. See, when I get to a tree that's this tall, I cut the branch going out. That becomes a leader. Let nothing go above it. As the branches grow out and they get fruit, they bend over with the weight of the fruit.
True.
The weight bends them down. This all happened naturally. I didn't bend a thing.
Crazy.
Well, I think it's so simple, and it's so easy. It's not hard.
Yeah. And you put nasturtiums down below.
Yeah, and they're really great in salads of flowers. You eat them, and they're just, look. And here's what I love about, what you're seeing here. If you go to science, agricultural science, they'll tell you wood chips type nitrogen make your soil acidic. Don't ever use them. That's their mentality. I want you to notice my nitrogen type. I mean, all their chemical fertilizers will never get anything that green.
Yeah.
And you're telling me I have a nitrogen tie-up? I mean, look at the forest. The nitrogen type, it's insanity what they're telling us. Because it makes no sense. There's no evidence.
Yeah. That's crazy. Well, good to know. It's definitely inspiring.
Well, this orchard has been here for 42 years, and I've never watered once. And we've had years of drought. And I love the wood chips. It just covers everything. It does everything for you. There's no work involved.
That's amazing.
Micah, are you enjoying all your friends showing up today? All those good friends.
Micah is a great dog.
Micah is an awesome dog. He's so changed everything. The deer don't come and bother my place anymore. When the eagles want to get the chickens, he's on it. He's just phenomenal. He's such an amazing dog.
Joe knows a guy with a Great Pyrenees who was just so lovable, like he is. And a few days before, he had killed a cougar.
Yeah.
Because it was attacking.
Yeah, they're phenomenal dogs. Yeah, someone gave this dog to us. We were really blessed.
Oh yeah. Do you shave him in the summertime?
No.
Or anything?
Well, I keep coming back to nature.
Yeah, I know.
Again, we do all this stuff. Weeding, fertilizing, crop rotation, all these stupid things that are labor intensive.
Shaving our dog.
That are not done in nature. And we keep thinking that we're smart. It's just like, you got to be kidding me, They know how to find shade. I mean, this is built in. They have brains, and they know they have this coat, and they always have had this coat, and they know how to deal with it.
They know how to deal with it. Yes. Yes. But I always used to give my boys a summer cut.
Well, cutting hair, if you get, it can be, it can be like in my way, So it's just, it's
Thank goodness that's okay. love these trees.
Yeah, and it's
They
just,
don't seem to be exactly espalier.
they're not.
So they're just.
They're pruned, and you know, if you
prunes
notice,
at the end.
they're pruned really open. You never see fruit trees that open. You know why I prune trees open? Makes no sense agriculturally, but I'm trying to reduce the amount of fruit I get. Did you hear me?
Oh.
If you walk along here and you look at all the fruit on there, it's mind-boggling.
Yeah.
It's totally scary how much fruit I get. I'm trying to get less, but it's not working.
It's not working. Do you sell it? Or
No,
give
I
it
have.
away?
I've got a big walk-in cooler, an 8x10 walk-in cooler. And I eat apples all year long. I feel so thankful.
Yeah.
And every day I have an apple in the morning. It's just, you know. And the thing that's really amazed me is just I've been here for 42 years. We've always grown our food. And when they were growing up, we used to eat a lot and go to restaurants. What's blowing my mind now is how little I eat. I'm not losing any weight, and I have incredible energy. It's called nutrient density. It's really huge. I mean, I have an apple in the morning. I'm good the whole day. No lunch. And I'm working. And I'm not getting tired. And I'm not losing weight. I go out here and I pick greens, you know, and I'm good for the day.
Yeah.
Because it's nutrient dense. And I'm really getting from experience like, wow, this is significant. This really makes sense.
Yeah.
And I never get sick. I haven't had a flu or a cold for 25 years. Because you can't get sick when you have a good immune system. It really works well. The immune system is pretty powerful, and when it's supported, sickness can't happen.
I've never been sick a day in my life.
Well, that's all I have for this video. Bang around that bell icon if you want to be notified when new videos come out. Call us on the hotline if you have comments or questions and want to be featured in an upcoming video. Don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe. Check us out on the website, and we'll see you guys on the next one.